This is Matt for Into Boxing. Delighted to be joined by prospect Shannon Ryan. Shannon, you're here, Sky Sports, another big show. How are you feeling?
Do you know what? I'm feeling good. I think after my last fight, I wanted to get back out straight away, and this one's come around really quick, and I'm ready to do it all over again.
How key is it for you at this stage of your career, only one fight deep, that you're going to try get a lot of activity, try get that seasoning and pick up that experience on your journey?
Yeah, and I think myself, my coach and management, 258, we do want to be active. I think every boxer wants to be active. So yeah, we are looking to get back out after this fight and just stay active and gain that experience in the ring.
Now, your debut, what was that like? What were the feelings going through your head? Was it nerve-wracking? Did you have the butterflies in your stomach? What was that like? Because everyone tells me different. So
no, I'll be real. I was very nervous. You know, you're getting into you're on the big stage and you've got to perform. And I just think it went so well. I think it was a great performance from round 1 to round 4, and I was very happy with what I displayed in the ring.
Did you look back at your performance after and have a look and say, oh, I could have done this, could have done that? Have you done the old critiquing and have your coaches set out? Yeah,
100%. Like, we could have sat down on the shots a lot more and just taken my time a lot more. But overall, we're very happy and very proud, because I just thought it was if you look at everything from media week to walking out to getting in the ring, I think it all went well.
I think people forget that it's not just the in-ring side of it. You've got to deal with open workout, press conference, weigh-in. You've got all these different stages through the week, as well as trying to make a weight and stuff like that. But now, do you feel more comfortable? When you come into this gym today, it's just my job now. This is what I do.
Yeah, I felt when I come to this one, there was no, when I do media workouts, I'm not really that nervous. Well, I wasn't really nervous on the last one, so this one I wasn't. But I just feel like this is what I'm here for and what I'm made for, you know.
What a time for someone like yourself to be coming into boxing now. Women's boxing's on the rise and it's continuing to go up. We've seen the likes of Katie Taylor and Serrano headline at Madison Square Garden, where if you'd have said that probably 3 or 4 years ago, people would have laughed. How motivated are you when you see that, to say, you know what, one day that's going to be me, I'll be headlining somewhere? Yeah,
that fight was absolutely phenomenal. It was a class performance on both fighters, and the arena looked jam-packed, you know. Yeah. So yeah, it is inspiring, you know, they've paved the way. But it's now, we've got to continue that, and I think for myself, personally, it's a great time to be involved in boxing.
You've management, you've signed with 258 management. I mean, they're doing big things. Anthony Joshua leading the way there. Have you had a chat with him, and has he given you any sort of key advice or any tips just to say, look, do this or watch out for this? Because he's someone who's seen the best of boxing, and he's also had the pitfalls of taking a loss, coming back, dealing with everything from the media and critics. Has he given you any sort of words of wisdom to say, look, take this on board, you won't go far wrong? Yeah, I think the main thing that he said to me is, you're born to do this. And I think it's, you know, I'm from Watford, he's also from Watford. I've come from another sporting background, of course, but I done that when I was 5 years old, so I feel like I am born to do this, do you know what I mean? So yeah, the comments from him after my last fight were cool, but again, it's what we do. When you got the call from him and obviously wanted to sign you up, what was that moment like for you? Was that just the journey starts here kind of moment, let's get this signed, let's crack on? Because for Anthony Joshua to sign you up to his management company, it's a big thing for anyone. So that must have given you so much belief, and you'll have self-belief anyway, but that must have given you a real sort of kick. Yeah, so obviously I started at Finchley ABC in my amateurs, so 258, I think that eye's always been there. But yeah, when that got across the line, I think it was a nice feeling, it was a positive feeling, and it just makes you want to work harder. And again, like I keep saying, I don't want to keep saying it, but I've come from another sporting background, so for myself, I'm like, cool, I need to really work hard and push through and show you what I can do, You mentioned coming from another sporting background. How have you found that transition? Has it been easier than you thought? Has it been tougher? How did you find it? Yeah, I think it's been a long process since 2018 to 2022, mid-August 2018, and I think the transition has been insightful. When I look back on video, now I look like a boxer. When I look back on videos, I'm like, I don't remember being like that. Do you know what I mean? Yeah.
So yeah, it's been a good transition, and we might put a clip out one time so you can all see the transition, because my coach has done absolutely phenomenal work from every day in the gym to now. It's all on him and myself, but on him. Yeah, I'm going to say, give yourself a pat on the back. You're the one doing the work. Don't forget about him. Yeah, you should do that. Put it on Instagram and show a split screen of
how you look in the ring. I bet it's interesting to see. I bet you've changed completely from that time. Say 2018 to now, completely different.
Yeah, completely different. Obviously, the kickboxing, you're more bouncing, you're more upright, whereas now with boxing, you're in and you're, so yeah, I might do that.
Is there ever a temptation, and I know it sounds bad, but when you're in the ring or you maybe take a punch and you just think, your leg starts moving and you just think, I could roundhouse you here?
No, do you know what?
I'd be like, I can really do something here.
No, I think because you've got the boxing boots on, it kind of stops you from wanting to pick up your leg.
I'm not joking. If I thought I was having a hard time, I thought, I know this could go a bit of a different way.
Yeah, no, I've not been tempted, to be honest.
Brilliant. Was anyone you looked up to coming into boxing? Don't have to be a female boxer. Anyone you looked over, you said, you know what? That's the person. I'm gonna watch them and see what they do. Any sort of old school fighter you've picked tips off from or looked up to?
Yeah, so I think I'm someone that I love a good style. I love exciting boxing. So obviously you've got your Floyd Mayweathers, your Devin Haney's, your Devontae Davis. I also like Alicia Baumgardner at the moment as well. I think she's absolutely class. Lomachenko, I just think anyone that is, you don't know what's going to happen next. That's where I'm watching, where you just don't know. And yeah.
You mentioned Alicia Baumgardner, huge fight being announced with Michaela Mayer. I think that's a brilliant fight. Spoke to them both before, both decent girls, and both can fight. How do you see the fight? Where would you put your money if you had to?
Do you know what? I think my money would go with Baumgardner, not just because I've mentioned her, but I just think that focus and that drive and, not that Michaela doesn't want it, of course, I can see that she does as well. But just from knowing a bit about Alicia Baumgardner at the moment as well, I think, I'm going that way.
Ever since she became world champion, she seemed to have been everywhere. She sort of did what I think a lot of people should look at. When you become world champion, she was on ESPN like 2 days later. Her face was absolutely everywhere, and that fight is a brilliant fight. I've got to ask you, Claressa Shields Savannah Marshall, I know you must be asked this 1,000 times, but I've got to ask you, you're coming into this now, what do you think?
So at the beginning, I was saying Savannah Marshall, right?
Yeah.
But my perception has changed now, just from taking little bits from the trainings, the interviews, and just looking at the eyes, and I just think Claressa will steal it. She will. I think she will take over in the later rounds.
It's going to be a great fight. I think that one I've just spoke to Adam. I think it's going to happen in September, so watch out for that. You never know. It might be on the undercard.
I might be on that one, yeah, maybe.
Is that one you look at and think, stick me on the undercard of that, get my fight done, hopefully win, and then watch it?
Yeah, I think for me, I just want to be active. I just want to be out. So any show I'll be on,
You've got a message to your supporters, any sponsors, people who are getting behind you this early in your career? It's important, especially when you're this early. Have you got a message for all of them?
Yeah, so obviously my main sponsor at the moment is O2. I've also got local tool hire, Box will support me, as well as Fuel Mills who do my meal prepping. But then you've got my family and friends who are so supportive at the moment, and then my coach and management who are phenomenal.
Shannon, it's been a pleasure. Thanks for speaking to Into Boxing for the first time. Hopefully the first of many, and we'll catch you on Fight Week.
No worries, thank you so much.